Hi there, I'm your vlog Dave, and this is my personal end of year review or year review or annual year review. Mein Jahresrückblick 2015. So this is more or less a loose concept and a loose frame, and I'm going to talk about things that come to my mind and that I can recall that happened during this year, 2015 in German, that is. And obviously this has been my first year as a vlogger and my first year as a German teacher on YouTube. So I started the whole Vlog Dave thing on, I think, April the 3rd it was. Yes, back then. And I can still remember the day and exactly the part of the day and what I did when I came up with the idea of creating my Vlog Dave channel. So it's a bit weird to say this, but it's the truth, so I'm going to talk about it anyway. Because I was taking a bath that evening, and I was watching one of Vuko's latest vlogs back then. I think it was actually one of his older vlogs, like an Easter vlog from 2014, I think it was. And I've watched his videos for a long time since then, for quite some time actually, and I don't know why exactly then and why it happened in that moment, in that situation, but then I thought, well, I mean, I'm German, I love the German language, I'm studying that stuff at university, so I mean, that would be the perfect thing for me to do on YouTube, because I like to help people, and I like to interact with people in a way, so yeah, why not do it like on myself, like, and that was a pretty inspirational moment to me and a pretty motivating moment, and so I decided, well, I'm starting a new YouTube channel, because the Vlog Dave channel, that isn't my first YouTube channel ever, so I became a Let's Player in 2011, and so I've been a YouTuber for over 4 years now, and I like being a YouTuber for several reasons, but that is not the topic of this video right here, right now. So, but then I've never done vlogs. I've tried a few ones, I think at the end of 2014 it was, just to get to know how that feels, how it feels to make vlogs, and how, if I'm capable of doing that actually, because I mean that's something completely different compared to creating Let's Play videos. And for those of you who don't know what Let's Plays videos are, that's pretty much me playing a video game and commenting. So I'm a video game commentator, you could say, which is a lot of fun as well, but it's something completely different, and especially it's very different compared to the work, the post-productional work, basically, because editing vlogs and creating German lesson videos with double subtitles, and especially when it's like a longer video, longer than just 2 or 3 minutes, it takes a lot of time. Which doesn't mean that I don't like doing it, but it takes away a lot of time. And yeah, but then once I tried that, I realized, oh well, creating vlogs is really something that I like to do and that I would like to do even more in the future. But obviously back then I didn't have the idea of creating a new Vlog Dave, well, a YouTube channel called Vlog Dave, and the whole concept behind this channel. But that was fun, and that was my first contact with vlogs, because I knew the word before, and obviously I had watched a couple of vlogs by mostly German YouTubers, I think, but not regularly. So, but that, however, that was how I came to the whole field and the whole subject of creating vlogs, becoming a vlogger. And it was around Easter of 2015, this year basically, when I got to know Vuku a bit more, and we became friends and really close friends, really good friends, over the course of 2015. This year basically, over the months and the weeks and the days, we talked to each other about many different things, and we share the same interests, and he's just an awesome human being on a personal level, on a social level. So that was really the last step towards my maybe subconscious decision to become a German teacher on YouTube and a vlogger. And yeah, I mean, although that was the positive step towards my decision to creating this YouTube channel, I always thought, well, in the beginning, obviously, at the beginning, I thought a lot about, well, what if people think that I'm just copying him? Because that's not my intention. There was a shortcut, sorry for that. However, where was I? I think I talked about how I felt in the beginning of the VlogDave channel that I could copy Get Germanized too much, which was never my intention. And we talked about that, however, and it's all great for me now, so because I realized that we kind of do the same thing, but we add up to each other. Yeah, that's basically what I want to say with that. So we are a great team, basically, like a teamwork. Because we do a lot of collaborations, because it's fun to do that, and because it's, for a YouTuber, it's always fun to have someone that really does the same and that feels the same, because it's something different, and I don't mean that in a negative way, so don't get me wrong, please don't get me wrong, but it's something different to talk to a viewer who isn't a YouTuber than to talk to a colleague, basically, and in Vuku's case, a close friend even, that is doing the same stuff, well, pretty much the same stuff, in the same vein. You create your own videos, so that is awesome. I really like that. So yeah, and like I said, over the months we became really close friends. We did a lot of things together, and I mean, that was one of the most awesome moments in this year, maybe, because it was so unexpected. Because I think on April 11th, well, we had the first live stream together, and that was the first time I met Vuku in real life, basically, right after Easter in Germany. And he, like, I think 1 or 2 days before that stream, he invited me to join him there. Which that was a complete surprise for me, because that was such an awesome moment for me. And I mean, of course, it was the first time I got to know him, and I was a bit, well, how should I put it? A bit quiet maybe back then, and I didn't know what to say really, and we had to kind of just break the ice a bit more. Because we already liked each other, well, kind of judged by Facebook PNs and chatting with each other, so. But then again, that was awesome, because, and his family as well, I mean, all the Hanekums, basically, they welcomed me really well, and I felt so great back then, and I'm feeling great every time I go there. So yeah, I'm really thankful for that, really, because I know that's nothing to be taken for granted, so I can't take that for granted, and I know that, which also has to do with rather private stuff that happened during this year, which wasn't that, well, great, but I won't talk about that too much because that's private stuff and not public private stuff, which is what I'm telling you now, basically. However, yeah, that was the whole inception, the whole initial idea and the initial phase of my Vlog Dave channel. And now at the end of 2015, and I'm recording this on December 27th, just so you know, I've almost hit 1,800 subscribers, and that is insane, like really insane for me, because I mean, obviously I wouldn't have reached a number like that yet if it weren't for Vuko and his support and Sam Waterman's support and all of you out there, obviously, that all of you, I mean the majority of you, I'm pretty sure about that, came from Vuko's channel Get Germanized to my channel. So, and I'm really thankful for every single viewer that I have, and especially the constant viewers and the ones who also give me feedback in many different ways. A very important thing, and I'm saying that almost at the end of every single video that I do, and I know it can be a bit tedious and it can sound a bit tedious to you as a viewer, but for a YouTuber it's important to repeat that, because I always say, don't forget to leave a like, don't forget to share the video, don't forget to share the channel, spread the word, and stuff like that, because that is really important to a YouTube channel, because it keeps the channel running and it helps me obviously to gain new viewers, to to improve my channel even. So that is a very important thing, and I hope you don't get bored by me saying that, but that is very important to say at times. So that is the reason why I do that. However, almost 1,800. I mean, that's an insane amount of people, really. And I'm really thankful for that. I would never have thought that that would be possible in any way this year. Even when I started the channel back then, I knew, Get Germanized. Well, back then he had like reached, I think, 100k back in April. That was because the April 11th live stream was kind of the 100k celebration stream. So obviously I knew, he is quite a big YouTuber, and yeah, I mean, of course in a way you think, of course it would be awesome to get some viewers with his help, but not in the way that I would like use him for that, because I'm not that kind of person. So I'm an honest person, I'm a frank person, at least I think so about myself. So I'm really thankful, and I really didn't talk to him in the vein of, could you like push my channel, or could you do this please? Could you do this for me please? Could you do that for me please with your huge channel? No. In no way. So, and that is another reason why I'm really thankful for the way Vuko kind of treats me as a human being on a social, private level, personal level, and obviously on YouTube as well. And there's no reason to talk around of that, because I mean, that's the fact and that's the truth. So thanks to you, Vuko. And once again, thanks to every one of you who really keep me motivated. And yeah, actually you can always suggest me video ideas, because that's a very important thing as well. You can kind of contribute to this channel as well by giving me feedback, constructive feedback obviously, by suggesting me video ideas about the German language. For instance, if you do have certain particular questions, grammatical questions, vocabulary questions, stuff like that, in that field, kinda, in that topic, just feel free to write a comment or a PN or, yeah, a letter, I don't know. And you can always suggest that to me. It doesn't mean that I will do a video about those things, a guaranteed video about those things, but it's possible. So, because, I mean, in the end, that's my decision, obviously, but I don't have anything against feedback and suggestions. It's quite the opposite. So, feel free to do that. And obviously, another thing that has become something that I wouldn't have imagined it, the way it became and the way it actually developed over the last few weeks and months, is the whole supportive side from you. Like I said, the comments, the likes, the shares, any kind of feedback. And obviously, I mean, because it really helps me on another level as well, because I'm a student still, and it's hard to find a job being a student at times. So especially when you want to create stuff like that and you have to take time to do that, I'm really, really thankful for my patrons. I don't know if you heard about that. I've talked about it in some videos, I think. Patreon.com is a website where you can decide, you can give me a little tip, you can pay me a bit for what I do on YouTube, on the VlogDave channel, for my teaching kind of activity and my whole YouTube activity. Obviously on a voluntary basis. I think that's how to say it. So you can decide how much money you would like to pledge, that's the term for that, to donate basically, per video from January onwards. Yeah, I'm a German struggling with some English expressions and words and pronunciations at times. Yeah. However, yeah, that is a possibility and opportunity for you to support me monetarily. And obviously, I don't take that for granted as well either. But that really helps me, and I'm really thankful for my 5 patrons that I have. That is just awesome, because that really helps me in many ways. And it will also help me with this channel, because I'm planning on buying a pretty decent camera for vlogging stuff and also for recording stuff as well. So that is always welcomed, obviously. And also like the PayPal donations that I received this year. Thanks to every single person for that, special thanks basically, because that's still another level of support, which again doesn't mean that how should I put it, because I don't want you to get me wrong here. Like I said, basically I'm really thankful for all kinds of support you gave me during this year, and you are giving me. So yeah, that's basically that point. So it's almost, well, around 20 minutes I'm talking, and so maybe just a few words for the future of my VlogDave channel. Obviously, I will continue with the VlogDave channel. I'm really curious how the channel will evolve and develop kinda in many different ways, regarding many different aspects. Obviously, yeah, new viewers, old viewers staying true to the channel, and yeah, I mean, video ideas, video series. I have some ideas for new video series and some video ideas, but although that might be a bit mean here, I won't talk about that too much yet, as of yet, because maybe some of that might be a surprise. I don't know. But I have plans for the future of the Vlog Dave channel. And actually, one of those ideas was, and kind of still is to a certain amount, to rename my channel, because Vlog Dave doesn't represent the whole learn German side of things, the German lesson side of things. But the truth is that I find giving names for something, entitling something, giving titles, is one of the hardest things to do when it comes to music, when it comes to writing a text, whatever. That is always a very hard task for me. So, and I can't come up with a better name, basically, for my channel, Vlog Dave, in that perspective. It's not that I dislike the Vlog Dave name. I could keep it. That would be okay as well. Maybe you have some channel name ideas for this channel regarding me creating educational stuff, German lessons, but on the other hand, entertainment stuff and vlogs, because I always see my own channel, Vlog Dave, like a two-sided coin, basically, like a coin, because one side of the coin is the educational stuff, German lessons and stuff, and the other side is the rather entertaining stuff, vlogs and top 10s and like parodies, comedy, I don't know, something like that. And I always try to combine both sides of the coin a bit, to a certain extent, and so that is my channel concept, basically. So if you do have suggestions for a possible future, or a possible better channel name, I don't know how to say it, feel free to tell me as well in the comments down below under this video, for instance. However, that's enough for Vlog Dave, and now I'm going to talk about a few more other things, basically. Because, yeah, what happened during this year? I mean, I won't talk about political stuff that much, because I already did that on many different occasions, basically, in many different videos. You can find links here. I think I will put thumbnails into this frame, into this video, and you can click them. And there you can find me talking about some political aspects and some things that happened during this year, mostly together with my very good friend Vuko Dominic, aka Get Germanized. And so if you're interested in that, feel free to watch those videos. But also, and that applies for the future as well, this channel won't become a political channel in the first place. So don't expect many political videos in the future from me. Maybe sometimes I will state my own opinion, and I will give my own opinion about certain things that I want to talk about. But yeah, it won't become a political channel in the first place. That's not what this channel is made for. And that's not the purpose of this channel, basically. And another thing might be that maybe that sounds a bit hard, but that's my experience. You can't really discuss serious topics on YouTube. I mean, I think most of you get what I mean by that, but it's not possible. I think in over 95% of all cases on YouTube and social media in general, that's not possible. For many reasons. So, no. I'm not going to do that very often, if ever. However, yeah, What could I talk about? Games, because I'm a gamer. This year, I think I can only recall one game. I know it's a bit sad to say that, but I can only recall one game that I really enjoyed playing a lot, like a game from 2015 that was released this year. I'm going to talk about those games. And this game is called Rocket League. I don't know if you know that, but it's some kind of car football. And this game, I've only heard the title and I didn't know too much about it. But I watched the Gamescom live stream. I don't know if you know the Gamescom. It's like a games conventional kind of event in Germany, in Cologne. An annual event, basically. And maybe next year I will be at the German Gamescom as well. At least I hope to be there. That would be awesome. And it's all about video games and a bit of cosplaying here and there. So I'm interested in that, and I have watched the live stream. And there was some kind of a moment where people played Rocket League against each other. And I really liked what I watched there, so I decided to buy that. Well, I didn't buy it. I got it as a present, basically, from one of my Let's Play colleagues, Super Flash Crash, who also helped me a lot with this whole channel design, basically, the channel banner, the end card, and stuff like that. And also, thanks to you, Rick, thanks to you very much for that, for helping me there, because I'm not able to create something like that with Photoshop or something. I just can't do that yet. So thanks very much, especially. Also thanks very much to Zina, for instance, for creating my avatar, my profile pic. Thank you again. However, I saw that, and then I got it as a present. And I started playing it, not let's playing, but just playing it in private. And it was so much fun to play that game. You can't imagine that. And I couldn't imagine that either. So it was a complete surprise on many different levels, because I wouldn't have thought that this game might be so much fun to play, really, on a, for a long duration of time, basically. So that is one of my favorite games from 2015. And to be honest, I haven't played any other game that came out this year. I don't think so, actually, because I can't remember any. I think Far Cry 4 came out last year. I enjoyed that as well. GTA 5 came out last year as well. Or, I don't know, maybe the PC version came out in January this year. I don't know. I'm not too sure about that. However, Rocket League, my favorite game of the year. When it comes to 2016, next year, 2016, I'm really looking forward to playing two games, basically. The first one being Rise of the Tomb Raider, the PC version, because right now it only exists for the Xbox One and Xbox 360, I think. And I'm a huge Tomb Raider fan. I really like, especially the old Tomb Raider games, Lara Croft and stuff. So, and I also enjoyed the reboot very much. So, although it's so different, obviously. So I'm really looking forward to that game, and I will definitely buy that, and I will definitely do a Let's Play for that in German. On my German Let's Play channel, Dave Dern TV, by the way. You can subscribe to that as well, but you won't find subtitles there, and you won't find me talking slowly there. So my everyday German can be heard there. So if you don't mind that, obviously you can subscribe to that channel and watch my German Let's Plays as well. So, and the second game will be Dishonored 2. I like stealth games. I really like the Thief games, for instance. I've never played Splinter Cell, but I think I would like it as those games as well. And I've really enjoyed playing Dishonored. So I'm really looking forward to Dishonored 2. I've seen some trailers for that, and they looked awesome. So that will be awesome. Really awesome. Like, really, really awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe some other games will come out that year as well, which I can think of right now, but those two games are my two favorite future games to come out next year. And since music is one of my main passions in my life, and there's almost no day where I don't listen to music, and when I don't listen to music, I'm really looking forward to new music coming out next year as well. But for this year, I have quite a few favorite records. The first one being Hand Cannot Erase by Steven Wilson, which is some kind of art rock, modern progressive rock. And he is, maybe you don't know the name Steven Wilson yet, but maybe you might be familiar with his most famous project, with his most famous band, which is on hiatus, sadly, which is called Porcupine Tree, which is also a really great band. I really like them a lot. However, Hand Cannot Erase, I think it came out in March. And it's a really awesome record as well. One of my favorites this year. And then a great surprise happened. A big surprise, because I didn't see that coming. One of my other favorite bands of all time, Breaking Benjamin, released a new record. I think this was Dark Before Dawn. While this one was the first record in over 6 years, I think. So, because they were on a hiatus as well, and they came back this year, and they are playing live again, and they are being a band again. So that is awesome. That is a great record. So if you liked the old Breaking Benjamin stuff, you can just listen to Dark Before Dawn right away, because you will also like that one a lot. Great melodies, great riffs, a bit of alternative new metal approach. Awesome. Really great record. I've listened to that a lot during this year. Another thing is a rather mellow record, you could say, which is rather alternative rock with a little bit of 80s approach, maybe a little bit more electronic at times, which is Love, Fear and the Time Machine by the Polish band Riverside, which is also art rock, progressive rock, and that record is awesome as well. It might be my favorite record of this year. Although it's a mellow one, and I rather prefer like the harder stuff at times, rock and metal. It's still rock music, but that's an awesome record. Really recommend that one. And I would love to see them live one day, actually. Yeah, I've never seen Riverside live. And well, another great record, actually, that is quite a heavy one. Maybe the heaviest record that I've heard this year, and that I really liked, because it's heavy yet melodic, which is a very important factor for me. A very important aspect when it comes to music. It has to be melodic to a certain extent. And if you like heavy music with a very melodic approach, listen to Cauterize by Mark Tremonti and his band Tremonti. This is the second solo record by him, and if you don't know the name Mark Tremonti, and if it doesn't ring a bell, he is the guitarist for Alter Bridge, one of my other favorite bands of all time, and Creed, basically. And with his solo band Tremonti, he kind of represents the more harder side of his musical repertoire, because it's rather it's a bit more thrash metal-y, so to speak. But again, melodic, so very good. He's a very good singer as well, actually, by now. He has become a really good singer with really great melody lines and vocal lines and lyrics. So that is another record that I can really suggest to you. Yeah, I'm really looking forward. I mean, I still have to listen to the new Disturbed record. I haven't done that yet, so I can't talk about that one, sadly enough. And to some other records I didn't really listen to yet, but I will. So, but I really enjoyed the new Disturbed single as well, because they were on hiatus as well. And actually, another awesome record I almost forgot to mention, which is also one of my favorite records from this year, is Endless Forms Most Beautiful by Nightwish. I'm a huge Nightwish fan because Nightwish was one of my first metal bands to listen to back in 2004 when Once came out with Nemo and Wish I Had an Angel. You might know those songs, pretty famous ones. I've seen them live. I think I've seen them live like 3 times by now, and because I love metal and I also love OSTs, so movie scores. Hans Zimmer, for instance. I like the symphonic metal approach to metal music, so great record. And the new singer Floor Jansen is awesome because I think she's capable of combining both the more operatic classical singing side from Tarja Turunen and the more rockish musical kind of side, even poppy kind of side from Annette Olsen. Those were the former 2 Nightwish singers I was referring to. And she can combine both of that and even add her own personal taste, her own personal style. So awesome, really awesome. And actually the last track on that record, which is called The Greatest Show on Earth, might be one of my new all-time favorite songs. 24 minutes long, a really epic song. Really. Yeah, I've been to 2 concerts this year. The first one was the Farin Urlaub Racing Team concert. I made a vlog about that one. The Farin Urlaub Racing Team is a German ska rock, kind of rock band, alternative rock band, you could say, with additional instruments, with saxophone, with trumpets and stuff. So a very special approach to rock music, which I like very much, with German lyrics. And they are led by Farin Urlaub, and you might know Farin Urlaub by, through being one of the 3 members of Die Ärzte, a pretty famous German band and also one of my favorite bands. So that was awesome. And the other concert I went to, I think it were only 2 concerts this year. I think so, sadly. The other one was seeing the Foo Fighters live in Cologne at the beginning of November, I think it was. The 6th of November, one day before Vuko's awesome birthday party, the Get Germanized birthday party. Which was awesome, by the way. And I've made a vlog about that as well. And I've made a vlog about the Foo Fighters concert as well, the Foo Fighters gig. Really awesome concert. Sadly, I couldn't manage to be in the 3rd row like I've been, I think it was in 2011 when I saw the Foo Fighters for the first time ever, because they are one of my all-time favorite bands. I mean, I love Dave Grohl. If I had to marry a man, I would marry Dave Grohl. Pretty much. Yeah. And they actually released an EP as well, the Saint Cecilia EP, awesome. And 2 really awesome concerts this year. Yeah, I can't say anything bad about those 2, really. So I'm really looking forward to new music by Mark Tremonti as well, because he will be releasing a new record next year, I think in April, which will be called Dust. So I'm really looking forward to that as well. And then I really hope, I don't know if how possible that is and how realistic that is, but I really hope that Tool will be releasing their new record next year, because 10,000 Days came out in 2006, which would be 10 years from then. So, because Tool, once again, are one of my favorite bands, and actually that would be one of my future wishes as well. I would love to see Tool live one day. Tool the band. That would be a dream coming true for me, maybe. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. I don't know if that will happen. Maybe a new record by Metallica as well. Metallica. Well, Germans would rather say Metallica and not Metallica. Or something like that. So, yeah, and other records and bands putting out albums might be a surprise then, because I don't know. Those are the ones I can think of right now, at least. So, movies. Maybe that will be the final thing to talk about in this end of year review for now. Which movies did I see this year? I mean, at the cinema. I liked Spectre, the latest James Bond movie, quite a lot. That was a kind of really good movie, because, I mean, Christoph Waltz, or Waltz, as you might say, he's an awesome actor. And that was a great movie. I watched that one with Vuko and Jesselyn and Crystal, and that was awesome. Yeah, really enjoyed that one. Ant-Man was fun to watch. It's another superhero movie, but a kind of humorous one. I mean, all superhero movies from Marvel or DC, they have a humorous note, a humorous aspect, a humorous side to them, always. But Ant-Man was a bit more towards the humorous side, I think, which isn't bad. So that was a great movie. I got introduced to the Star Wars movies this year through Vuko, and I'm really thankful for that as well, because I have never seen the Star Wars movies, or I had never seen the Star Wars movies before November 2015, which is a bit sad, I know, but it was the truth, so it was a fact. So we watched them, all 6 movies, and on December 17th, I think it was, we went to the cinema and we watched episode 7, The Force Awakens, Das Erwachen der Macht in German. And what can I say? Awesome movie. And pretty much my favorite movie this year that I've seen. Easily as well. We actually made a review on that movie in German. So if you want to watch that, you can click a thumbnail that will appear somewhere around here right now. Rhyme, appear here. On Vuko's channel. And yeah. I mean, you know, obvious. I became a fan. And Star Wars has become one of my favorite movie series, kinda. Especially, it sounds like... It might sound ordinary to you because you are familiar with the movies, and you have been familiar with those movies for a couple of years. But I'm new to the whole Star Wars universe, so... But I became a fan, and I became convinced of the movies very quickly, because they are awesome. I mean, the first 3 especially, episodes 4 to 6. Episodes 1 to 3 are fine as well, but episodes 4 to 6 are on a different quality level, I think. Way above. And I'd say episode 7, without going into detail here, because we already talked about that, like I said like 2 minutes before. I'd say episode 7, quality-wise, might be in between episodes 1 to 3 and 4 to 6. Somewhere in between, with a tendency towards 4 to 6. The better ones, basically. Yeah. Awesome. Really awesome. I would love to see that one again, actually. Yeah. Yeah, and that's pretty much it, I think. I mean, obviously, in retrospective, I would came up with things that I could have talked about right now, but I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I want to say in this end of year review. I hope it wasn't too long for you to watch and too tedious and too boring, but if you watched until now, thanks very much for your patience. I hope to see you on this channel in the next year as well. So I'm really looking forward to 2016, not 15, 16 it will be then, by then. So I do hope you had a great Christmas holidays, basically. A great Christmas celebration, and ja, I wish you a gute Rutsch. Ich wünsche euch einen guten Rutsch. Like, I don't know what, actually, maybe that's a bit embarrassing, but right now I can't come up with the English expression for guter Rutsch. Well, let me put it this way. I hope you have, and you will have, a great Sylvester night and evening. And you will have a great time stepping into 2016. Yeah, basically that's what I want to say. And that's all I can say. So thanks again for every single thing you did and you made possible concerning the YouTube channel, my YouTube activity, me being Vlog Dave. So if you do find my channel interesting, and if you want to get more information, links to my social media pages, you can always find them in any video description. And if you are interested in supporting me with just a little amount of money per video, and like I said, you can freely decide on how much money you would like to spend, when to end that. You can always change that amount on patreon.com. I'm talking about that opportunity right now. Feel free to do that. Don't feel forced to, but feel free to do that if you can afford it. And if you do want to kind of give something back and you want to support me that way, of course, that's really appreciated, and that will really help me on many different levels. So if you are interested in that, and if you have questions about that, you can always ask me, obviously. And if you're interested in that, check out the link in the video description down below. You can always find that, or click here, because I think I will kind of put something here as well. And yeah, I hope you stay true to this channel, and that's pretty much it. So thanks for an awesome 2015, 2015, 2015, however. I'm your Vlog Dave. Tschüss und bis zum nächsten Mal. Or bis zum nächsten Jahr. Until next year. Bye. Kiitos. Kiitos. Dankeschön. Thank you for everything. Goodbye and auf Wiedersehen.